हो तमे भक्तो ना भय हरनारा शुभ सौनु सदा करनारा कंठे धरो अमृत यापो के दया करी शिवदर शनयापो शंभो शरणे पड़ी मांगो घड़ी ये घड़ी हे कष्ट कापो दया करी शिवदर शनयापो हे दया करी शिवदर शनयापो हर हर शंभो शंभो नमः शिवाय आ બધું આમ જ હોય હાલો હાલો નમઃ શિવાય હર હર શંભો कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम सदा वसंतम हृदयारविंदे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि शैल शुंग सम विशाल जटाजूट चंद्रवाल गंग की तरंग बाल विमल जाल राचे भाव से शैल शुंग सम विशाल जटाजूट चंद्रवाल गंग की तरंग बाल विमल जाल राचे ए लोचन त्रय लाल लाल चंदन की कोर बाल कुमकुम सिंदूर गुलाल भ्रिकुट युगल साजे ए मुंडल की कंठमाल विकसित लरु के प्रसाद फटिक जाल रुद्रमाल हर दयाल याचे डम 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 रुबाज नाद वेद स्वर सुसाज शंकर महाराज याज त्रांडव नाचे ए मारो भोले महाराज याज त्रांडव नाचे किन्नर गंधर्व सर्व चारण अप्सर सगर्व फटिक जाल रुद्रमाल नर कृपाल याचे डम 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 रुबाज नाद वेद स्वर सुसाज शंकर महाराज आज त्रांडव नाचे ए भोले महाराज याज त्रांडव नाचे हो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे बोलो कृष्णा Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama. Jai ho. Ram Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Ram Rama Hare Hare. ना जतनी शंका ने मृग मृग पंका, दम 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 का डमरू का, ना जतनी शंका मृग मृग पंका ने दम 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 का डमरू का, बोलो का यंका होवत यंका, भीरभणंका माहेशा रणपुर रणंका, गगन शमेशा गहरेशा, जय देव दिनेशा हरण कलेशा, मगन यमेशा माहेशा, जय जय प्रभुपाल 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 प्रभुपाल, जय जय प्रभु प्रभुपाल प्रभुपाल प्रभुपाल। श्री देवाधिदेव महादेव की नमः। पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। कहना लोग आए नहीं थे तो मैं सबको जमा कर रहा था, अब लगभग जमा हो गए हैं। अब जल्दी आने का जमाना नहीं रहा। 20 मिनट से आकर बैठा हूं और कुछ लोग भोजन पका रहे थे, कुछ लोग कुछ और कर रहे थे। है सो आज बड़ा सुंदर पर्व है।
So today is a beautiful day, as this is the Chaturmasi, the holy pious 4 months, and that too in that Shravan month, and today is Monday as well. So this is the Monday in the Shravan month.
मैं मधुसूदन प्रभु से बड़ी मजाक करता हूँ कि भाई आप तो बड़े लोग मालिक हो, हम तो लेबर वर्क है, तो आज हमारा दिन है। अमेरिका में लेबर डे है।
Kid with Madhusudan Prabhu that you make me sit here and I work like a laborer. So today is Labor Day in the States. So today is the day of the servant. So, and it is the day of Lord Shiva. So let's listen the glories of Shravan and Lord Shiva in this month. So although he is eternal and his glories are also eternal. So if someone asks me that who is Shiva, then I will say Shiva is Shiva. There is nobody as compared to him. So in Sanatan Dharma, Shivji is very, very glorious, and all types of people are aware of Lord Shiva and they give him due respect. The people in mode of ignorance venerate Lord Shiva and indulge in intoxication of opium. And those who are in the mode of passion, if someone requires something and a materialist or a person in the mode of passion will approach Lord Shiva, because Lord Shiva becomes easily happy and satisfied. Therefore, he they perform austerity towards Lord Shiva and they get whatever benediction they require. So for the mode of ignorance, they get intoxicated, and for the mode of passion, they get their benediction, whatever they desire. And for the people who are the devotees or in the mode of goodness, so for them, he is the provider of the pure devotional service. So it depends on what kind, whatever kind we desire. Like a potato, potato and avocado has the nature similar. You can make a sweet, you can make snacks out of it as well, or a savory dish. You can make, so potato is easily available and can be used any way possible. Similarly, Lord Shiva is favorable for all in all the three modes of material nature. So I realize that today is Monday, so we should devote some time to Lord Shiva as well. Although we are listening to the Krishna Katha, but let us just delve into the glories of Lord Shiva for some time. So this Shravan month is going on, and Lord Shiva is to be venerated. And how and where? So it has been spoken by Lord Shiva himself. So we people like us have not decided it. He himself has said that this month is very, very pious, and he actually likes it. And why? I will let you know later, but where is this told? This was told by Shivji to the Kumaras, the sons of Lord Brahma. So these are the words of Lord Shiva, the verse in front of your screen.
श्रवणों में तिवल्लभ श्रावणों में अतिवल्लभ श्रवणार्हं यन्माहात्म्यं तेनासो श्रवणो मतः। शिवजी सनत कुमारों को कहते हैं,
So Shivji tells to the Sanat Kumaras, he says, Dwadash Swapi Masheshu, that is, there are 12 months. Dwadash means 12, Mas means the month, and Shravan, that is the rainy season, Ati Vallabha, that Meti means for me, it is very beloved or very dear to me. So he says this Shravan month is very, very dear to me. He says, he adds further, Shravan Arham Yanne Mahatyam. The glories of this Shravana month are worth listening, and that is why this month is referred to as Shravan. As it is glorious to listen, so in essence, it is very, very useful or beneficial to listen in this month. Lord Shiva says that in this Shravan month, every day is like a festival. Each day of the Shravan month is like a festival. And we can perform austerity on each day. Further, it is said, and it is also referred to as Shravanaksham, because on the day of the full moon of this month, Shravan Aksham, that is, there is this Shravan Nakshatra. That is why it is referred to as Shravan. And if you just listen to the pastimes of the Lord, then you will attain all the perfections of life, or you will attain all the mystic perfections. So, in this manner, the Kumaras were told the glories of this Shravan month by Lord Shiva himself, and he says that this is very dear month to me. And why? That is a hidden or secret reason, and because in this month Lord Shiva got married. It is described that when Sati let go of her body, and in her second birth she was born as a daughter of the king Himalaya as Parvati. And Narad, when he came in the childhood, and he said that Shiva will be your husband, but you need to perform austerity. Then this small girl went to Kanyakumari, that is a holy place, and there she performed austerity. And in which month she did it? She did this, performed this austerity during this Shravan month. And because of that, she was able to attain Lord Shiva as her dear husband. And in Shravana, Lord Shiva got married, and therefore it is believed that during this month, Lord Shiva leaves Kailasha mountain to Himalayas to celebrate his marriage anniversary. So even ordinary people just fight forever, but they still celebrate the wedding anniversary with great pomp and show. And Shiva and Parvati to celebrate this special day, they come to visit their Lord Shiva comes to visit their in-laws in the Himalayas. So you all are aware, and you all will believe as well, that if we don't venerate Lord Shiva with water on a shivling, but during the Shravan month, it is done, and we should do it. Why? According to the Vedic scriptures, very yugas back, there was this churning of the milk ocean, and when it started, and so much time elapsed. And when this Shravan month came, then the first jewel came, that was the poison or halahalam. Shukdev Goswami describes it as Ugra Vegam. It was brimming, overwhelming, overflowing, and just by its smoke, demigods and demons both started dying. And when they took the shelter of Lord Vishnu, he sent them to Lord Shiva. He said that I have a practice of eating buttermilk, etc. But this problem can be solved by Lord Shiva. So it is mentioned that all the demigods requested to Lord Shiva, and on their prayers, the Lord Shiva became merciful, and he took the whole poison in his both hands and kept it in his throat. He didn't spit it out, or nor he took inside his body. So this was the most poisonous snake, or poison, and it was taken care of by Lord Shiva. So too, as it was hot, and to make him cool, they started venerating him with water, so that to let go of the heat of this poison. So according to this, during the Shravan month, all the demigods and all the people who are similar to demigods offer water to Lord Shiva, because during this time to protect this whole universe, Lord Shiva has taken poison on all of our behalf. So when he has done such a great sacrifice for us, then it is our responsibility as well that at least we can just offer him some water so that his heat could be pacified. So this is what we owe. So this is our responsibility that during at least the Shravan month, we should offer, venerate him with water. And that is why people do it. So there is another festival that is Kavar Yatra. So people wear saffron and they collect pure water from all the holy rivers in a pot, and then they go to Gangotri or Haridwar, or they go to the holy place of Lord Shiva. They go to a pilgrimage, and then they offer these water gathered from different rivers to Lord Shiva. And it is said that this yatra first and foremost was performed by whom? Shivji had a great devotee whose name is Lankapati Dashanan Ravan. He took it on his shoulders. Have you seen the picture of Shravan Kumar? So he took this similar cover and took his parents on this. Similarly, Ravana took water in the pots, holding them on his shoulder, and offered it to Lord Shiva. So all the devotees of Lord Shiva offer this to Lord Shiva. There is another pastime in which there was a sage whose name was Markandu Rishi, and his son was Markande. So this Markande Rishi, as his father was a great astrologer, he said that you have a very short life. You are going to die shortly. Then Markande Rishi said that I want a long life. He said that if you want to save yourself from this untimely death, then Mrityunjay, that is Shiva, who is the Kal who kills everyone. But if you venerate him, perform austerity for him, then you will be saved. So Markande Rishi chanted this Mahamrityunjay mantra and he attained a long life. And then he had this desire that I want to have a darshan of the external potency of the Lord. So he had this long life and he saw that so many yugas passed and it was the time of Pralay. And Markanda Rishi also was flowing in this water ceaselessly. And while he was undergoing this trouble and he saw a tree, and on that tree he took hold of this branch and he saw a image and he spoke this verse, as you all are aware of.
Padarvindam Mukharvinde Viniveshayantam Vatasya Patra Syapute Shayanam Balam Mukundam Manasa Smarami. करारविंदे पदारविंदम, सुंदर हाथ, सुंदर चरण और एक वटस्य पत्रस्य पुटे शयानम, एक वट वृक्ष के पत्र के पुट में शयन करने वाला छोटा सा बालक,
So, a small child resting on the leaf of a banyan tree and who is sucking his own feet's thumb, such child was seen by Markandeya Rishi. But this was all the pastime, but it implies that Markandeya Rishi, to attain this longevity during this Shravan month, performed austerity for Lord Shiva and he satisfied Lord Shiva. And by satisfying Lord Shiva, he had the death personified at his feet and he was unable to do anything on, he couldn't affect him. So as Lord Shiva is the death of the death personified, he is referred to as Mahakal because Yamraj or Lord Rama is the death personified, but Shiva is the Kal of the Kal as well.
रमूलं तुरीयं गिराज्ञानगोतीतमीशं गिरीशं करालं महाकालकालं कृपालं गुणागार संसार पारम नतोऽहं नमामि शमीशान निर्वाण रूपं विभुं व्यापकं ब्रह्मवेद स्वरूपम् निजम निर्गुणं निर्विकल्पं निरीहं निराकाशमाकाशवासं भजेऽहम्. सो कालम करालम महाकालम कृपालम, जो काल के भी काल है, महाकाल
so he is the death of the death personified, therefore he is Mahakal. And such Lord Mahadev's austerity performed in Shravana month, by performing this, Markandeya Rishi won over the death. Therefore, during this Shravan month, it is glorious to perform austerity. And in this Shravana month, Mother Parvati venerated, satisfied Lord Shiva and got her desirable husband. So in this disciplic succession, many girls perform austerity to Lord Shiva and they get their desirable husband. If you want a desirable husband, then you should perform austerity in the Shravan month. A fortunate chaste women who are married during this Shravana month perform austerity so that the husband gets all auspiciousness in their lives. This is the strength of the Shravan month. So Lord Shiva has three forms and he's venerated in these three forms. But for Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva is like Gangaji, who is the best in the rivers, and Lord Vishnu is the best in all the demigods, and in all the scriptures the best is Bhagavatam. Similarly, in all the Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva is the best or the crest jewel of all the Vaishnavas. So we are all Vaishnavas. So for us, he's the crest jewel and he is the emperor of all the Vaishnavas. So some people criticize or say that Krishna, Shiva is greater than Lord Krishna as well. And they will say, why? If not so, then why will Ramji establish Rameshwaram? So he offered one pot of water and They have changed or transformed the whole philosophy. They said that Shiva is supreme. If that is the case, then let me know. Narad Muni used to come and go in Dwarikapuri. It's mentioned many times in Srimad Bhagavatam. And whenever he comes, Lord Shri Krishna venerates. Lord Narad is venerated by Lord Krishna. So does it means that Krishna is lesser than Narad Muni or Narad Muni is greater? So this Sudama, the Brahmana from Porbandar, came to Dwarika and his feet were washed by Krishna. Then is Sudama greater than Krishna? It is the principle to serve the Vaishnavas, and that is why he washes the feet of devotees. Similarly, Ramji's nature is to serve the Vaishnavas. Therefore, he put water on this. So we all are independent, but all the followers of Srimad Bhagavatam, we should respect Lord Shiva. But Lord Shiva is the Christian of all the Vaishnavas. And how is his nature? What are his characteristics? So his nature is to send the people who are under his shelter or who take his refuge or shelter, he sends them to worship or perform devotional service to Ram or Krishna. That is his nature. In Bhagavatam 6th canto, it is mentioned that when Prachetas asked Lord Shiva, they took Shiva's shelter and they asked, please let us know what is the supreme goal of our life and what shall we do to attain the same. Then Shivji could have said that you should venerate me, worship me, but it is mentioned in Rudra Geet. He tells the supreme goal of the life is to chant the holy names of the Lord. So it is the nature of Lord Shiva that he distributes the holy names of the Lord to everyone. And he also serves the Lord. In many, many ways, he serves him. But the greatest proof of all is that his 11th Rudra is Lord Hanuman. He took the form of Hanuman, and by doing that, throughout his life, he served Lord Sri Ram. So he is a Vaishnava and he is a servant of Lord Sri Ram. He said that straightforwardly, I won't be able to serve. So he took this form of Hanumanji and served Lord Sri Ram. And that signifies his role of a servitor. In anybody in this world can be benefited only and only by performing devotional service to Lord Krishna. And if we go without any ulterior motive, without any selfish desires and serve Lord Shiva, then by thinking of our supreme benefit, he provides us the devotional service towards Lord Ram and Krishna. And the greatest example of the same is Narsi Mehta, who used to reside in Junagadh. Narsi Mehta was not a devotee of Krishna, he was a devotee of Lord Shiva. He used to sing Kedar, but he didn't have any desire. So once he sang Kedar and was remembering Lord Shiva, and he embraced the Shivling, and Lord Shiva appeared, gave him his audience, and he said that you have sung so beautiful, I'm extremely satisfied. Ask whatever you desire. Narsi Mehta told, I don't desire anything. He said that I came from so far Kailash, so you should ask something. He said, I don't want anything. He said, at least ask something. So Narsi Mehta was a Gujarati and he is intelligent. So when he couldn't ask anything, then he said that I'm unable to ask. So whatever is valuable to you, whatever is dearest to you, please give it to me. Lord Shiva says that I love Krishna the most. And in that also his Ras Leela is the most liked by me or loved by me. So he said that, then show me this Ras Leela. Then he said that this is difficult. He said that you asked for a benediction. So I'm asking now. I want to seek or have an audience with Krishna and want to seek Rasa Leela. So he took hold the hand of Narsimha and took him to Golok Vrindavan, where he saw had an audience with Krishna and saw the Rasa Leela. And after 30 minutes, Lord Shiva said that, now don't you want to go back? That time Narsi Mehta sang.
हे मारू वन रावण छे रूडू वैकुंठ नहीं रे आऊं। नरसिंह मेहता तो शिव जी के भक्त थे, लेकिन शिव जी की कृपा से कृष्ण दर्शन, कृष्ण प्रेम और कृष्ण की रासलीला मिल गई। और नरसिंह मेहता ने कह दिया, नहीं आऊ हो नंद जी ना लाल रे, वैकुंठ नहीं रे आऊ। मारू वन रावण छे रूडू वैकुंठ नहीं रे आऊ। श्री देवादिदेव महादेव की, श्री नरसिंह मेहता की, श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की। नमामि नंदनंदनम, नमामि नंदनंदनम, नमामि नंदनंदनम, नमामि नंदनंदनम। सुचारुवक्त्रमण्डलम सुकर्णरत्नकुण्डलं सुचर्चिताङ्गचन्दनं, नमामि नन्दनन्दनं।
नमामि नन्दनन्दनं, नमामि नन्दनन्दनं।
जय गोपी चित्तचोर प्रभो, जय जय माखन चोर, जय जय माखन चोर। श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री जन्माष्टमी महामहोत्सव की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की। उपस्थित भगवत कथा अनुरागी,
Hare Krishna, I welcome all the loving devotees of Bhagavatam.
इस सभा को
I extend my warm welcome and gratitude to the mellowful devotees, senior devotees of Bhagavatam, who have decorated this assembly of Vaishnavas. I also welcome you all who have joined through the electronic medium and devices from all the parts of the world. And during this festivity of Janmashtami's grand celebration, the organizers of this 8 days Katha, the residents of America from Maryland, from Baltimore, the Gupta family, Shankar Lalji, Surbi Devi Dasi, and all the family members of the family, Ron Vinay, Prabhav, Siddharth, Yesha, Prisha. I welcome you all on this grand celebration of Janmashtami. On the 8th day, I welcome you all. Welcome back, and please accept our humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Radhe Shyam.
श्रीमद् भागवत कृष्ण
Srimad Bhagavatam, the pastimes of Krishna's birth, we all are listening to the same. And today we are going to listen that how the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, appeared in the womb of Mother Devaki. So previously we have heard that Vasudev ji has come with his firstborn son Kirtiman according to the vow or promise that he has made through Kansa, and there was no possibility of him to lie, as Shukdev Goswami says that Vasudev ji is the one who is scared of speaking a lie. He is the truthful person, and such Vasudev ji cannot even think of breaking his promise or his pledge. That is why his heart is filled with sadness, distress. But according to the word he has given, he gives his firstborn son Kirtiman to cruel King Kansa. Kansa saw two qualities in Vasudevji, that he is fixated on his promise. He said that I will give my child, and he, without any delay, he just came to offer him to me. And the second is a Vijat Manaha. Vasudevji, on seeing Vasudevji, Kansa thought that he will never lie and never do anything that is wrong or inappropriate. So Kansa told, oh Vasudevji, you should do one thing, that there was an oracle that the 8th child will kill me, but this is the firstborn, so you can take him back. When you have this 8th child, then you should bring it to me. So in this manner, this Kansa gave a possibility to live to this firstborn son of Vasudevji. So Vasudevji started, but Shukdev Goswami expresses that Vasudevji was not happy because a person who is the servant of his senses, we cannot trust him because he can do anything that is inappropriate, or he can change his heart very soon. And all the demigods gathered and came to Mother Saraswati that Kansa should not become merciful, because if he becomes merciful, then the incarnation or manifestation of the Lord will be delayed, and we don't want to delay this process. So no matter what, he should be as cruel as he can be. But Mother Saraswati, she refused, and then they met Narad Muni, and they took him to their assembly and requested him that please counsel Kansa to satisfy and to fulfill the desire of the Lord himself, and so that the Lord appears immediately. Therefore, Narad Muni approaches King Kansa. So the demigods had venerated him, and they welcomed him as well. Similarly, when Narad Muni went to Kansa, he also venerated him and welcomed him warmly. So Naradji is such a personality who is respected alike by demons and demigods. And we should also try to become a devotee like Narada. We should behave in such a manner that even a bad person or even a bad person or a good person both respect us alike. In regards to the Shad Goswamis or the six Goswamis, it is mentioned that Rup Sanatan, Raghunath Das, Raghunath Bhatt, Jeev Goswami. So when they used to reside in Vrindavan, so the people of Vrindavan, the good people used to love them, but even the violent and cruel person also used to love these six Goswamis. It is mentioned in their regards.
कीर्तन गान नर्तन परो प्रेमामृतांबो निधि और धीरा धीर जन प्रिय प्रिय करो निर्मत्सरो पूजितो। फिर से धीरा धीर जन प्रिय प्रिय करो निर्मत्सरो पूजितो। क्योंकि श्री चैतन्य कृपा भरो भुवि भुवो भारावहन तारको वंदे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्री जीव गो पालको। षड गोस्वामी अष्टकम में
So in the Shad Goswami Ashtakam, that is the 8 verses to venerate the 6 Goswamis, it is mentioned that while they used to reside in Vrindavan, they used to perform devotional service to the Lord, and they used to merge themselves in this devotion. And during this time, all the people who were in the mode of goodness, that is dhira, or who were patient, and the people who were adhir, they were impatient or in mode of ignorance, also used to respect them alike. And similarly is the behavior of Narad Muni, and that is the nature of devotional service. It is my experience and practice of Bhagavatam as well that in the world, if people might be abusing, accusing you, but if you take the shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam or you take the shelter of the Lord, then those people who used to criticize, they will fall down at your feet. So it is not our goal. We don't perform devotional service for that, but it is the nature of devotion that when you perform devotional service, people who criticize you will fall down at your feet. And the example for that is Dhruv Maharaj, the stepmother who had abused Dhruva, dragged him and thrown him on the ground, and Dhruv Maharaj, when he performed restorative for 6 months, and when he returned back after satisfying Lord Vishnu, that time stepmother welcomed him with warm welcome. So what shall I tell this Samaya in Hindi? So it is a good word that he was very well received and welcomed. So why it so happened Dhruva is the same child, but Dhruv has had an audience with Lord himself. That is the effect of devotional service. So Naraji is a pure devotee of the Lord, and by its potency, demigods and demons alike respect Lord Narada. He is well respected. So we should not focus on this honor, respect. We are not going to create any record for that. We don't require any honor. So he will respect only then he will listen. If he doesn't respect you, then how is he going to listen to you? So respect is not or honor is not needed by us, but we should behave in such a manner that people respect us so that you can tell them something about devotional service and Krishna consciousness. Because if he doesn't have any respect for you, then you won't be able to counsel him. Therefore, this respect is mandatory. And but for that, we need to behave in such a manner that people respect us. So, Kansa had venerated Lord Narada, and Shukdev Goswami recites, Naraji came and he fell down and welcomed, venerated, and offered him food, etc. And then he said, "Oh Lord, from where are you coming?" So when someone comes, so they ask that from where have your lotus feet arrived from? So which land have you purified and came here? So Naradji was asked, and Kansa replied, I came from the assembly of the demigods. I came from the heavenly planets. There was a meeting, and I was there in that meeting. And as this meeting concluded, I came to visit you. And what were they discussing in that meeting or assembly? It is mentioned in this verse. Shukdev ji tells, Narad Muni replied, the agenda of the meeting of the demigods was mentioned in the second line. Bhume bhariye, how to reduce the weight on this Mother Earth. And Datyanam cha vadodhadam. So demons like Kansa, etc., how should they be killed? So now Kansa was all ears. He said that they're trying to kill me, and I am your well-wisher. That is why I'm here. As soon as the meeting concluded, I came here for your benefit. And then Naraji told in great detail. He said that there was this meeting in the Sumeru mountain and all the demigods were present and they are planning to kill you. So Kansa said that, who will kill me? He said that Lord Vishnu himself will come. and he is already here. This has already been decided, predestined, that you will be killed from Vishnu. And you should listen carefully. I've heard this also in the meeting that not only Vishnu will come, all these demigods will also appear in different forms in the Yadu clan or dynasty. Therefore, O Kansa, you should do something. So he said that, what shall I do? Vasudevji came with the firstborn child, and I thought that, what will he do? I saved him or gave him another lease of life. Naraji said that, you are such a fool. I have never seen anyone as foolish as you. What shall I address you with? Why have you left him? The demigods are planning to kill you. Vishnu is about to come, and you are leaving them. Then Kansa says that, oh, spiritual master, there was this oracle that the eighth child will kill me. So what harm can this firstborn will do? So Naraji said that you're still thinking about the numerical order. Vishnu, his Vishnu, will he be just looking at the numbers? If he wishes to kill you, he will do anything. So he says that if you really want to count, then which one is the eighth? So from the left, if he starts, then on the right one was the eighth. And when he started from the right, then the left one was the eighth. So Kansa opened his mind that in this way, even the last can be the first or the last can be the first. Then Naraji had this lotus flower and he said that, which one is the eighth petal in this flower?
ऐसे गोल गोल करके गिन लिया, बोले ये तो सब आठवीं हो सकती है.
So he said that anyone can be the eighth one now. So, so now Kansa vision broadened and he thought that, now I have understood. I'm glad that you're here. He said that, that is why I'm here. So now I'm leaving you. So Naraji left, and immediately what did Kansa do? He told his messengers that you should go
उनके बेटे को तीनों को यहाँ
and
लेकर आओ.
bring Vasudev, Devaki and their son together to me. And Shukdev Goswami recites,
उनके अनुचर वसुदेव जी घर पर नहीं पहुंचे थे.
So Vasudev ji has still not yet reached his home. So he was on his way back home and he was told that Kansa is calling you back. And they brought Devaki as well. So all of these three were there in front of Kansa. And Kansa said that these both should be imprisoned. You should shackle them with iron shackles and imprison them immediately. Till the time Kansa's father, that is Agrasen Maharaj, came and he said that, oh dear son, you should not behave in such manner. You should not imprison them. This is not right. Kansa said that, my father also has lost his mind. So imprison him as well. So in history, there have been so many cruel people as well. Aurangzeb imprisoned his own father, Shah Jahan, and for whole 1 month he didn't even give him water. And one day he told his son, his father Shah Jahan, how do you feel? That time Shah Jahan replied that I regret that I am born in a Muslim family. Why? Because these followers of Sanatana, even when their ancestors die, they offer them water by venerating them during the Shraddha ceremony. So even after the parents are dead, they offer water, and I am alive and you are not even offering me water. I am such an unfortunate person that I was born in such a family. So Kansa imprisoned his own father, Shukdev Goswami, recites, Devaki Vasudeva Nigriha Nigade Grihe. So they were imprisoned and their hands and feet were shackled with shackles. Jatam Jatam Mahan Putram. And the child, Kirtiman, who was there in their hands, he took him. And this cruel, violent Kansa took him from his feet. And there was a stone next to this prison, and he thrashed this boy, an infant, on this stone and killed him mercilessly. Devaki was distressed. Vasudevji was grief stricken. They became sorrowful. And after 9-10 months, another son was born. So the first was Kirtiman, the second born was Sushen. You should try to memorize this. So the second child was Sushen. And when he was born, Kansa came and then he banged, thrashed this child on the stone and killed. Then the third one was Bhadrasen, was born. And when Kansa came to know, he killed this child infant as well. After 1 year, fourth son was Ripu, Ritu, and he was also killed in the same manner. The fifth son was Sammardan, so he was also killed in the same manner. And the sixth son was Bhadra, and he was also killed in this cruel, violent manner. In this way, Shukdev Goswami says, Jatam Jatam Ahan Putram Tayor Jan Shankaya. So, in doubt that in someone will be Lord Vishnu, whatever sons were born, they all were killed by this cruel King Kansa. He might be Vishnu, so he should be killed. And thinking that this might be Vishnu, he has killed all of them. It is very easy to speak or listen that Vasudev and Devakiji lost 6 sons, but imagine the pain of the parents who, in front of their eyes, their infant children were killed mercilessly. Sometimes we blame that we perform devotional service, yet we have to suffer. So, how much are we performing devotional service? The parents of the Supreme Personality of Godhead had to face so much distress and pain, sorrow, that if they can have such a sorrowful, destitute life, then where do we stand? So, everybody has sorrow or grief in their lives, but people who perform devotional service have to face or suffer more. So they were distressed in the life of Vasudeva and Devaki, but as their pain was increasing, the more they were becoming surrendered, mellowful towards the Lord. And ours is vice versa. When we face some distress or trouble, our devotional service get reduced. But here this case was vice versa. As more and more they were feeling the pain, the more devotional service was rising. And when your distress gets on increasing, but yet you're fixated on devotional service, then you should be sure that the Lord will come. So Devaki still had some distress in her heart, but Vasudevji used to pacify her that we have loved the Lord the people of the world say about love, but they don't know the real meaning of love. We perform devotional service, we love the Lord. So everybody says that, but nobody knows the true essence of love. Those who knows the true essence of love, then why will they cry? If we have understood the essence of love, then we need not to cry. We should suffer thinking of this as our providence. No matter whatever trouble and distress we have, a husband is consoling his wife. He is not blaming the Lord for his misfortune, thinking of this as the providence of his karma or the past deeds. They are suffering, and in this manner, Devaki and Vasudevji's 6 children were killed violently, mercilessly, but yet the Lord has not yet appeared or manifested. So before Lord Balram lost his control, he said that we don't know when he will go, let me go first. Then, after the death of these 6 children, Shukdev Goswami announces
धामं यमन्तं प्रचक्षते सप्तमो वैष्णवं धामं यमन्तं प्रचक्षते गर्भो बभूव देवक्या हर्ष शोक विवर्धना हर्ष शोक विवर्धना। जब 6 पुत्र कंस ने मार दिए,
when all the 6 children were killed in this manner by Kansa, then in the form of the 7th child, the foundation of all the Vaishnavas, Balramji appeared in the womb of Mother Devaki. He is still not born, but he came to the heart of Mother Devaki. And as soon as he appeared, Shukdevji announces Garbha Vabhava Devakya, and her happiness and distress aroused. So when Balramji came, she was very, very happy. But at the same time, he had this thought that, a doubt that Kansa will kill this child as well. Therefore, Devaki ji was grief stricken as well. So Balramji is the guru. When a spiritual master comes to our life, then we get happiness and distress at the same time. And what is the happiness? That now at least we got rid of this material existence. But the distress or the grief is that we had so much, but we have lost everything. So in this manner, Shri Balaramji came in the heart of Mother Devaki, but there was one situation that happened or event that occurred when Balramji came into the womb of Mother Devaki. Bhagwan api Vishwatma Viditya Kansajam Bhayam. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Soul, as thinking that all the Yadava clan was scared of Kansa, therefore the Lord called Yoga Maya. So this is the backdrop, as you can see. In the prison house of Kansa, in the womb of Mother Devaki, Balramji is here, but in this spiritual sky, what has the Lord done? He called Yogamaya, who has the form of Mother Durga. So she was called. And we need to understand these words carefully. Then only you will be able to understand the essence behind it. So he called the Yogamaya and ordered. Samadhishit means ordered. He didn't request it with mercy that can you please do me a favor. He was not begging for a favor, but he ordered Durga Devi that you should go and do this. If a master tells a servant, similarly, Vishnu ji ordered Yogamaya. And what was his order?
वट के नीचे बुलाए या फिर योग माया को अपने धाम में अपनी ऑफिस में बुलाए.
So he called her, and what did he said? He says, Gach Devi. So these words denote an order. This he said that you should go. So,
देवी
so
तुम
he
जाओ
said,
कहाँ?
you
ब्रजम.
should leave where? For Brajam. That is, you should go to Brajam. I bless you that you will be benefited. You will be auspicious, attain auspiciousness. That you should go where? To Braja. If Mother Durga says that Braja is huge, there are 84 coasts. So where exactly you want me to go? Then the Lord says, Gop Gobhir Alankritam, where all the cowherd boys reside, that is, and where the cows reside. So you should go to such Braja. And Durga Devi with folded hands, as you can see in this picture and the backdrop, she said that what shall I do after going there? And he said, Rohini Vasudevasya, that is the 12th wife of Vasudev, that is Rohini, is in Braja, Bharyaste Nand Gokule. Because of the fear of Kansa, Vasudevji has sent her to Gokul. So presently, she is in Gokul. So what are we supposed to do? Anayascha Kansa Vigna. So they all are hiding. So what are you supposed to do? Devakya Jathare Garbham. The child in the womb of Mother Devaki, Sheshakyam, that is Anant Shesh or Balram. And what are you supposed to do? You should take this child from the womb of Mother Devaki and transplant it in the womb of Mother Rohini. Durga Devi said that this is something that I'm supposed to do for the first time. If I do that to transfer this child or transplant, what if the child dies? Then Lord said, listen, Sheshakyam, Dham Mamakam is none other than me, he himself. So he cannot die. So you should not be worried. So what are you supposed to do? Rohiniya Udare Saniveshaya. You should transfer this child or transplant this child in the womb of Mother Rohini. And in this manner, Lord ordered Durga Devi. So the first question, if you remember, what was the first question that Parikshit Maharaj's first question's answer is here. So they took him from the womb of Mother Devaki and transplanted it in the womb of Mother Rohini. अतः अंश भागेन देवकया पुत्रताम शुभे. And with all, after that you have done this, after you have transplanted this child, then with all my forms I will manifest from the heart of Mother Devaki.
इस प्रकार से भगवान
So in this manner, the Lord, that if you do this work, then I will give you a benediction. So although it was not required by the Lord, he could have ordered and she would have done. But Lord is saying that if you are telling someone to overwork, that she is serving the Lord. So, then you should give them extra money for the overwork that they have done or the extra work they have put in. So she hasn't asked, but as Lord was satisfied, he said, "Hey Durge, if you do this for me, that is, if you transplant Balramji or Sankarshana from the womb of Mother Devaki to Mother Rohini, then I will give you this benediction. In the upcoming Kali Yuga, all the humans, to fulfill their desires, they will worship you, they will venerate you. This is my benediction. My Janmashtami would be celebrated, or my appearance will be celebrated for a day, but your appearance will be celebrated for 9 days, that is Navaratri. And how they're going to venerate you? They will do it with dhoop, that is incense sticks, with the ghee lamp, with nivedya, flowers, fruits, etc. And the people will worship you. And listen, oh Durga, I just have one form of Krishna, but let me give you another benediction that in Kali Yuga, you will have innumerous forms, and the people of Kali Yuga will call you with different names. All these are the verses from Bhagavatam. Nama Dhyani Kurvanti Sthani Na Cha Nara Bhuvi Durgeti. So they will call you Durga. They will address you as Bhadrakali. You will be addressed as Vijaya. You will be called Vaishnavi. And in different places, you will be famous with different names and different forms. You will be venerated. And this is my benediction to you. So, by the mercy or benediction of Lord Krishna, Durga ji is venerated everywhere. In Varanasi, in Vindhyachal, she is venerated. Kali is venerated in Calcutta or Bengal. So, in Jammu Kashmir, Vaishnav Devi, and he kept on giving benediction with giving her different names like Kumuda, Chandika, Krishna, Madhavi, Kanya, Kirti, Maya, Nair, Rayani, Sharada, Ambika, etc. So,
और भगवान ने एक काम कराया था और भगवान ने
she's a servitor of the Lord, and she was given this benediction, and he, the, devotees of Durga Devi are more than devotees of Lord Shri Krishna himself. For example, in the West Bengal, there are so many forms, and she is venerated. In Shirgram, the form of Yogyatma, she is venerated. And talking about just the West Bengal, and in Ketugram, she is also venerated as Bahula, and in Jalpagudi, as Tristrotra, she is venerated. In West Bengal, Nalhati, she is addressed as Nateshwari Mata. In Vakreshwar, she is venerated as Mahish Mardini. Then in Santhya, Nandipur, Nandikeshwari, she is venerated. In Kirit Kon, she is venerated as Mother Vimla. And in Tamluk, Vibhash or Kipalini form is venerated. In Labhapur, in Krishnanagar as Ratnavali, and in Kolkata, as you have heard, as Mother Kali or Goddess Kali. And if we go to Bangladesh, earlier it was part of India or Bharatvarsha. So in Sylhet, she's venerated as Mahalakshmi, in Shikarpur as Sugandha or Sunanda Shaktipeeth. In Bhavanipur, Kartoya as Aparna. And in Sitakun as Chhatral or Bhavani. In Ishwaripur as Yasheshwari Devi. So these all are in Bangladesh. So in Meghalaya, she's venerated as Jayanti Shaktiput. In Tripura, there is Udaipur. She is worshipped as Tripur Sundari. In Guwahati, Kamrupini or Kamakhya. So I have visited all these places. So we did Bhagavad Gita in Guwahati, and there we went there to this Kamakhya temple. So many forms are there. So the Lord said that you will be venerated in different names and forms. In Orissa, she is venerated as Virja Devi. In Bihar, in Uchist, as Mithila Umma Devi, Vichist Devi as well. In Patna, as Patneshwari, Sarva Nandini. Devdar in Jharkhand, as Vedinath, as Jai Durga. In UP,
पतावी दीजिए चालो. उत्तर प्रदेश यूपी में वृंदावन में,
so in Vrindavan, as Chamunda Mata, she is venerated. In Varanasi, as Vishalakshi, as Manikarnika. In Prayagraj, as Lalita Devi. In Chitrakoot, as Shivani. So how much beneficial was this benediction of Krishna? Sometimes people say that you venerated Krishna, but you don't worship Mother or the goddess. So whatever I'm telling, even half of the devotees of Mother Goddess will also not be aware. So in Pushkar, there is this Gayatri Shaktiput. There Manibandh and Manivedic form, she is venerated. In Rajasthan, there is Virat Nagar as well, and there she is venerated as Ambika. In Haryana, in Thanesar, In Kurukshetra Shaktipeeth, she is venerated. In Himachal Pradesh, Jhulan. In Ujjain is Hari Siddhi. And in Madhya Pradesh, Amarkantak, Shravan, Kamaladhav form she is venerated. And in Mehar, she is venerated as Mother Sharada. And in Ujjain, she is venerated as Gaddakalika. And now comes Gujarat. So in Gujarat, they have Abu Amba. In Mount Abu, there is Amba Mataji's Mandir. And in Punjab, in Jalandhar, there is a Devi Talab Mandir. There is a just Jalandhar Shaktipeeth. And Nepal, there is Muktinath Gandaki. And in Kathmandu, as the form of Gujeshwari, she is venerated. Tibet, which was also part of Bharatvarsh, there it is a Manas Shaktipeeth. In Pakistan, we have Ashapura, Hinglaj Mata. In Sri Lanka, Indrakshi is the form. And in Jammu Kashmir, Leh Ladakh, as you might have heard, she is venerated as Parvat Shaktipeeth. All is this because of the benediction of the Lord. That if you work for me, so by just saying this, I just want to convey this one message, that the Lord gives such a great benediction to my goddess Durga for just a small work. If we perform devotional service, then what He will give to us. So there's so many people from Maharashtra. In Kolhapur, there is Ambabai in the form of Mother Lakshmi. And in Nasik, there is as Bhadrakali. She is venerated. In Andhra and Rajamahendri as Sarvashel form, she is venerated, worshipped. And in Sri Shailam, she is worshipped as Sri Shailam Mata. And in Tamil Nadu, as Narayani form, she is worshipped. In Kanyakumari, Sri Bhagavati form, she is worshipped. And in Kanchipuram, she is worshipped as Kamakshi. And in Sri Lanka as Indrakshi. So in this manner, Lord Sri Vishnu or Krishna has given her a name and given her the benediction. I have told even less. If you have more time, then we can discuss it further in detail. But this was the benediction by the Lord, that in other different places you will be famous with different forms and names, and you will be worshipped throughout. And listen, the child that you're going to transplant, so let me tell the name of this child as well. So although in future Gargacharya is going to reveal this name, but the Lord already has given or decided the name of this child. He says that the child that you're going to transplant, so as you're going to attract this child and put it back, therefore he will be addressed as Sankarshan. Rameti Lok Ramana. And in future he will give bliss to others. And therefore he will be called or addressed as Ram as well. And as he will be very powerful, therefore he will also be addressed as Balbhadra. So he not only named Durga Mata but also named Balram ji as Sankarshan, Ram and Bal. Hari Shuri ji says that why did the Lord named Lord Balram? And Hari Shuri ji replies beautifully. He says that Lord, so that he has, Balram ji has overtaken me, so he will be born before me. Ramji was born first, and Lakshmanji came later. But here, Balramji is coming before me, so is coming as my elder brother. The people should not think that he is elder to me. Although in past time he is elder, but in essence I am elder. So I am the eldest of the whole universe. And to establish this and to make people understand this, he said that in the past time Balramji is coming birth coming before me, but I will name him because a person who names a person is elder. Therefore, he named Balramji, and when she heard this from Lord Vishnu, she said that I will do as you have ordered, and Rati Greha, and she venerated the Lord, and then she circumambulated the Lord. If you listen or read carefully, then you will understand the actual position. So, and where, what is their position? So, Mother Durga circumambulated the Lord, and Ga means earth, and she went to the earth as ordered by the Lord. And in the midst of the night, Durga Mata did this amazing job. Mother Devaki was sleeping, and such Mother Devaki's child was transplanted into the womb of Mother Rohini. And Rohini ji, had this child. And in the morning, it is mentioned by Shukdev Goswami what has happened. When Devaki realized that her child is gone, so it was already 7 months old, and she thought that I've lost the child. When when she could feel the child in her womb, then she became distressed, grief-stricken, that where has my child gone? What happened to my child? Itipara Vichukrusha. All the residents of Mathura also started regretting, and they all blamed Kansa for the same. This, this said that this brother-in-law of Vasudevji so far used to kill their children after they were born, but now this seventh one, don't know by which magic they have killed the child in the womb of Mother Devaki. Kansa even was not aware. A person who becomes notorious, when a merchant becomes famous, then he sells pebbles as gold. But if a thief becomes famous or notorious, then he has to visit the prison more often. Although Kansa was not involved, but yet he was blamed for this. So 6 children were killed, and the seventh one was transplanted. And so much has happened, and still Devaki and Vasudev were constantly performing their devotional service towards the Lord, and their devotional service was increasing day and night. Then the Lord saw that I have given as much grief or sorrow that I could have given. So I have crossed the line of tolerance, yet they have not yet stopped performing devotional service to me. They still love me. They're completely surrendered to me. And then the throne of the Lord started shaking, and the Lord was forced that now I have to appear as her son. And then Shukdev Goswami announces,
भक्तानाम अभयंकर अविवेशांश भागेन मन आनक दुंदुभे मनः आनक दुंदुभे। वैकुंठ में बैठकर भगवान, गोलोक धाम में बैठने वाले भगवान ने निर्णय ले,
the Lord who resides in Goloka decided that now I will appear as the son of Devaki and Vasudev. I want to give an audience. So this is the decision of the Lord. But
कैसे प्रकट होते हैं?
how does the Lord appears in front of a devotee? We need to understand this process. So he took this decision that I will appear manifest as son of Devaki. But what is the process? The Lord will give audience to us. But what is the process for the same? So this is the process. Bhagwan api Vishwatma Bhaktanam Abhayankara. He relieves the fear of the devotees. But how does he appears or manifest? It is described in many, many verses. First and foremost, Avishesha Ansha Bhagena. He comes with his partner because he is the Lord Purushottama, and he brings all his qualities and forms. And where did he appear? Mana Anakadundubhe. Anakadundubhe means Vasudev ji. So he appeared in the heart of Vasudev ji. Please understand this process carefully. So he wants to appear in front of Devaki, but the process is, what is the process? He appeared in the heart of Vasudevji first, and from there he came to the heart of Mother Devaki, and after that he appeared as her son. So what shall we understand from this? If we want the Lord to appear, then so if he wants to come to the heart of Devaki, but before he came to the heart of Vasudeva, so for the Lord to appear in our, that Lord will appear in the heart of our bona fide spiritual masters. This is the process. So he will come in the heart of our spiritual master, and then what will the Guru or spiritual master do? He will give it to his disciple. How? Through the medium of the pastimes of the Lord, by the holy names of the Lord, through initiation. A spiritual master gives the Lord that is present in his heart to his disciple. If that disciple is worthy of such, so the disciple also should be qualified.
सो वसुदेव के मन से माँ देवकी के मन में गए, और फिर जब देवकी के मन में आ गए, फिर भगवान प्रकट हुए। तो पहले
So then the Lord appeared. So first he appears in the heart of the spiritual master, then he will
और शिष्य के मन में
give
भगवान आए
it
फिर
to the
बताएं,
disciple,
इसका अर्थ
and then he will
पहले
appear or give an
वो
audience.
हमारे मन में आने चाहिए।
So first the Lord should
और
appear
जो
in
भगवान
our
मन में आते हैं वो प्रकट रूप से आते
heart.
हैं। अभी तो मन में
Only
ही
then he
भगवान
will
आ
give
गए
an audience.
और हम सोचे
So
भगवान प्रकट हो
we are
जाएंगे।
not focused and
अभी
how
नहीं
are we
होगा।
going to get an audience
तो
with the Lord?
प्रोसेस है, भगवान
So
मन
this
में
is the
आते हैं।
process.
और गुरुजनों का, सद्गुरु का यही कार्य होता है
And the
कि
job of
कथा
a
सुनाकर,
spiritual master
उपदेश
is that
देकर
through the
कैसे
medium
कैसे
of
अपने शिष्यों को
pastimes of the Lord or
भगवान
by
को
giving
विराजमान करे, हैं?
them
ताकि उस शिष्य को
counsel,
प्रकट रूप से भगवान मिल जाए।
they
सो
should
इस प्रकार
transfer
से
this
भगवान
the,
वसुदेव जी के मन
the
में आ
Lord in
चुके
the
हैं
heart of the
और
disciple.
वसुदेव जी के
So
मन
now
से माता देवकी के मन में गए हैं।
he has,
और
the
जैसे ही
Lord has
माता
appeared
देवकी
in
के
the
मन में
heart of
भगवान आए ना, माता देवकी
Vasudev
का
ji, and now
स्वरूप बदल
he
गया।
came
छह
in
छह
the
पुत्र के
heart
मरने का जो
of
कष्ट था,
Mother
सती के
Devaki.
चले
So
जाने का
as
जो
soon
दुख
as
था,
he
वो
appeared,
सारा दुख चला
all
गया
the
और
distress that
माता
was there
देवकी को
for the loss of
प्रसन्न
her
हो गई।
6 children, she
सुखदेव गोस्वामी
overcame
संतोष
that
करते
and
हैं
she
कि
became
काशी
extremely
में देवकी
ecstatic,
को
happy.
कारागार में बांध कर रखा है, बाकी ये देवकी यदि जगत में विचरण करती ना तो
If
देवकी को
Devaki
देख
used to
के लोग
roam,
भक्त बन
then
जाते,
by
क्योंकि
just
भगवान
seeing her
उनके हृदय
face,
में
people would
विराजमान
have
है।
turned into devotee.
सो इस
That
प्रकार
was the
से
potency
भगवान
of the Lord in
वसुदेव
her
के मन में,
heart and
फिर
womb.
देवकी के मन में और देवकी के हृदय गर्भ में आ चुके हैं। अब कल चैप्टर आएगा, भगवान
So
घर
the
में
next
आए तो ब्रह्मा
tomorrow,
शिव पूरा झुंड
the
आया भगवान की
everybody
गर्भस्थ
came
स्तुति करने के लिए।
to venerate
और
the Lord
गर्भस्थ
in
स्तुति
the
करके
womb
जब
of
चले
Mother
जाएंगे
Devaki.
तब
And when they will
परसों डे
leave,
आफ्टर टुमारो
then day after
भगवान का
tomorrow,
प्राकट्य
the
होगा,
Lord will
भगवान प्रकट
appear.
होंगे। और भगवान का प्राकट्य होने के बाद 11वें
And
दिन
after that,
हम
on the
लोग
11th day,
नंद उत्सव
we
मनाएंगे।
will
ये
have
क्रम
Nand
चलेगा।
Utsav.
आप सभी
So this
भक्तों ने
sequence will
बड़े
be followed.
धैर्य से
You all
इस
have been
कथा का
listening with
श्रवण
great
किया।
patience
आप सभी भक्तों का
and love.
धन्यवाद।
I'm really
और
grateful to
विशेष
all of
धन्यवाद
you. Especially want to
हमारे
thank
बाल्टीमोर से
the
श्री
residents
गुप्ता
of
परिवार
Baltimore,
को,
the Gupta
शंकर लाल
family,
जी, सुरभि
Shankar
देवी
Lal
दासी
ji,
माता
Surbi Devi Dasi Mataji,
और उनके पूरे परिवार, द्रोण,
and their
विजय,
whole family,
राखी,
Dron,
राखी,
Vijay,
प्रभा,
Pranay,
सिद्धार्थ,
Prabha,
येशा,
Siddharth,
प्रिशा,
Prisha.
आपने ये सुंदर कथा का
You
आयोजन
all
किया
have organized this
जिससे हम
beautiful
सबको
katha,
कृष्ण
which
भजन का
has
ये
been
लाभ मिला।
beneficial for all
आइए
of us.
जय जयकार के
So
साथ
let's
हम
conclude
इस जन्माष्टमी
the
महामहोत्सव के
8th
आठवें
day
दिन का
of this
आगाज
grand celebration with Jai Jaikar.
ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम महापुराण की